So in this video, I'm going to share with you some mistakes that I've made so you can avoid them and make more money and not waste your time. Number one is doing a job at the wrong location. This app uses the GPS of your phone to make sure that you're doing the right gig at the right time. Now, this wouldn't be a problem if you're only doing one gig, getting your feet wet, just hitting a gig on your way home, or you're already at Target and you saw a gig there. But this becomes a problem when you're like me and you reserve like 10 to 20 of these in one day. So this is today, all of the ones I did today. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I went out for like 2 hours and I did all of these. So when you have all of these jobs and you go to look at it, you might have 5 Publix, you might have 3 Walmarts that you have reserved. So I did this job here at the wrong store. It was completed at this location when it was supposed to be completed at another location. The easiest way to avoid this is before you go into a store, refresh the app. When you refresh the app, it's going to refresh your GPS. So let me just reserve this. So in your work section, it'll say the job and the information, and then it will say how far away you are. But if you don't refresh the app, it's not going to be accurate. It only gets your GPS when you refresh it. So now, right before I was to walk into that store, I'm going to refresh it. This does 2 things. It checks and makes sure there's no other gigs. Sometimes you'll go to Walmart to do 1 gig and there'll be like 3. If you refresh it, you'll get that. Another thing it will do is it'll update your GPS and then say like 0.2 miles away, and then you know you're at the right store. Or you could just double check the address with the number on the store. Just make sure you don't do the wrong gig at the wrong location, because I've done it. I do it a lot of times. That's like the main reason why mine get denied, and it's a waste of time and you miss out on the money. Next one is super important. You're going to be taking a lot of pictures inside a public store that's open, and there's going to be people and staff walking around the store. Do not make it... Be very careful to make sure it doesn't look like you're pointing your phone at someone taking a picture of them, but make sure nobody thinks you're taking pictures of them, because some people get offended and it could get you in some hot water. Next has to do with the staff. So there's going to be people and there's going to be staff. You do not want to get into a situation where someone goes, "Oh, why are you taking pictures? You're not allowed to take pictures. No photography in the store." This happened to me so many times. When I first started doing this, I would go in, and if someone approached me, I would say, "Oh, I'm doing this app. I'm making money. It's this app. If I don't do it, someone else is going to have to do it. So just let me do it and get it over with." This never worked. If you tell them you're doing that, they'll ask you if you have a letter of authorization or any type of authorization. And most of these don't. Some of the longer ones on some of the apps will give you a letter of authorization, but most of them don't. So then if you tell them you're doing that, they have to tell you to leave, because because of competition and stuff, you're not allowed to take pictures. So you have to have an excuse ready. Best excuse is, "Oh, I'm on FaceTime with my mom or my grandma. She can't make it to the store." So how I do this is when I'm walking up to a shelf and I see someone, an employee or a manager there, and it doesn't look like they're leaving anytime soon, and I just want to get the gig done, I'll just start talking to myself. So this was a time where I did that. "Hey mom, they have the IQOS. I'm not sure. Here, I'll show you on FaceTime." Oh, sorry, my mom wants to see the shelf. They have that. I just say, "Hey mom, they have this type of yogurt, or they have this type of pet food. Should I get this one?" "I don't know, mom. You want that one?" It doesn't matter. And 100% of the time, this works. Another thing you could do, if they catch you taking pictures and you didn't notice them and you weren't talking to yourself, you could say, "Oh, I'm doing Instacart. I'm doing a Uber. I'm doing a shop and deliver." Nowadays, with these shop and deliver apps being so popular, it's very common for people to be in there working, shopping, and like half the people in the supermarkets now are doing Instacart or something like that. Back when I first started this, Instacart wasn't even around. Uber Eats wasn't even around when I started doing this. But now it's common. Just say you're doing one of those apps. You could just show them your phone, have Uber open on your phone, have DoorDash. If you're going to be doing these apps, you should have those other apps there as backups anyway. Don't get in trouble like you would if you're accused of taking pictures of somebody, but you will get asked to leave the store. It will waste your time. You'll have to talk to the manager, and you might get barred from that store. And if that's the closest Sam's Club to you, it could cost you hundreds and hundreds of dollars in your time doing gigs. So don't get banned from the store. Next is doing it with no strategy. A lot of people say that this app isn't worth it. It's a waste of time. $3 gigs aren't worth it. And that's because they do one or two. It takes them forever. They don't pass the learning curve and they don't get efficient at it. Once you're efficient and you have a strategy, then you can make a lot of money in a short amount of time. One strategy is just wait, stay home, do something else, keep refreshing the app until you have like 10 of them reserved, have a good route reserve, and then go hit the route. Right now, there's only 2 gigs in my area. So it wouldn't make sense for me to just go out and do these 2 gigs, drive all that distance to make $6. So what would I do if I wanted to do this? Well, I would reserve those 2 gigs, log into Uber Eats, log into DoorDash or Instacart or Shipt, and go start doing DoorDash. Eventually, a DoorDash order is going to take me there. Eventually, an Uber Eats order is going to take me right by this BJ's. So that is a good strategy. The other strategy is stay home, reserve a bunch, and then go out, get it all done in one shot. Another way is if you have a regular 9-to-5 job and you have like a half-hour commute, when it's almost done, when your job is almost done, you have 4 hours, start reserving the gigs, and then now you have these gigs reserved. This app is super competitive. This brings me to the last tip. That is refresh the app. Right now, 2 gigs. That doesn't mean 10 minutes from now, there won't be 100 gigs. That doesn't mean that if I refresh it right now, these gigs won't be gone. Let's see what happens. So there, those gigs are gone. A lot of times when you go to click a gig and reserve it, it's already been taken. So you're going to want to refresh this app throughout the day. As I'm doing Uber Eats and DoorDash, if I don't have any field agents reserved, I'm waiting at McDonald's for an order. I'm refreshing like crazy. I'm at a stoplight and it's safe for me to do so. I'm refreshing. I refresh all day, reserve them, and then attack once I have a bunch of reserves. The last tip is not watching my tutorial videos, so check out this other video.